What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, September 6th. Thank you so much for tuning in to Schmidty's MLB picks on Guy Boston Sports. I'm your wonderful host, Ethan Schmidt. We have a jam-packed day here on Taco Tuesday. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I know we've been switching up here. But I'm trying my mic today. I don't know if you guys can hear this. So if anybody's tuning in, just let me know if there's a problem with the audio. But on my end, it should be okay. Um, but yeah, so we got a huge slate today in Major League Baseball, but I think there is tons of money to be made here today. Lots of great options on the board, and it is Taco Tuesday. So I've got my three favorite game plays, our YRFI of the day, and two player props for the people to munch on here on Taco Tuesday. Of course, appreciate everyone for the endless support here on the Guy Boston Sports channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. We are almost to 11,000 subscribers, just unreal. And we are going to be doing a ballers only giveaway for our 11,000 subscriber milestone. Most likely giving out some merch like you can see here, the WOZZATIVE hoodie, the WOZZATIVE hat. So it's $2.99 a month to sign up to be a baller. And yeah, you get a bunch of exclusive things. Just another way you can help support the channel here. And you can check out all of our gear at the guybostonsports.com/store link. That is in the description. And then we also have an MLB shop affiliate link. You can check that out as well. And before we get started, always remember you can use your hashtag ride of the day. You could submit your hashtag ride of the day. Give us your favorite play. You guys can always ask for my opinions and my leans on anything. I'm always going to give you guys whatever you need, whatever you ask for. I really hope you guys can hear me all right. I'm trying my external mic today. So if anybody can let me know if there's an issue. Hello, testing. I don't know. Hopefully it's okay. But yeah, if I could hear from somebody in the chat, that'd be sick. But we're all good, I guess, to keep rolling here. Um, but yeah, so looking ahead at the slate, the first game is going to be the Mets at the Pirates, and this one could be a little sneaky today. But we've seen that this Mets team, they struggled against Washington over their last series, and now going up against Pittsburgh here today. And Mitch Keller, he's either sucks or he's on it. So sometimes it's a little suspect picking against him for some reason. But today, I think the Mets roll. They need this one badly. The Braves are right on their tail, so I like the Mets to win outright. Even taking a -1 for sure. You can even stretch on that run line, but I also like the over 8.5 in this game. I don't think that's a bad option as well. So that's what I like. I'm not really sure who's going to hit the ball. I mean, you can always go with Brandon Nimmo in that game. And then, Taiwan Walker isn't the greatest pitcher, but usually he's good for about 5 strikeouts. So I do just like the over 8.5 and the Mets to win outright in that game. And then the next game I'm looking at, we have the Marlins and the Phillies under 7. I like that play a lot, but maybe buy a run. Taking it at under 8 or 8.5 is not a bad play. But any of the Marlins games are always going under. And we look at the numbers from we look this series. The last 4 games between these two teams have gone under. They've actually sailed under. And Nola is on the mound. He's due for a bounce back game. The D-backs shelled him here in my backyard in his last outing. So I think Nola definitely gets back on track here today against this Marlins team. And, Jesus Luzardo isn't bad at all, really. His numbers aren't crazy, but he does limit the deep ball, which is a good sign. And the under is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings in Philly. Under is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings in general between these two teams. Now, the Marlins are 1-6 in the last 7 meetings. So I do like Philly to win here outright. Hey, what's going on, Mito? Can you hear me all right? Can you just let me know in the comments? Does everything sound good? I'm worried that you guys aren't hearing me well. If somebody could just let me know, that'd be sick. But yeah, I like the Phillies under 7. Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, and then the Phillies to win outright. So that's what I like in that one. And then my next favorite game that we're looking at, we have the Blue Jays and the Orioles. Now this series is constantly going over, and we're getting a great value here or a great number at 8.5. I love the over 8.5. If it doesn't hit, what can you do? This series just continues to go over. I think it's gone over the last 7 or 8 games. So over 8.5 is a stellar number for Mitch Keller or what's his face, Mitch White, and then Kyle Bradish. But Kyle Bradish has actually been pretty solid lately, surprisingly. The rookie for the Orioles. But we'll look at the trends here. I mean, the Blue Jays are 5-0 in their last 5. So it's tough to fade them right now. The over is 18-5-3 in the last 26 meetings in Baltimore, 18-5-3 in the last 26 meetings overall. So I really like taking the over 8.5, but I think we saw Toronto get both games of the doubleheader yesterday. So I don't mind taking the Orioles here today to win outright. These two teams are both competing for that AL East wild card spot. The AL East is just a gauntlet right now. But I do like the Orioles to get to Mitch White. I think he's a fade. Kyle Bradish has been the hotter pitcher lately. So I do like the Orioles for plus money. And but my favorite play would be the over 8.5 for sure. And then we have the Nationals and the Cardinals. Now this game burned me yesterday. The Nationals have been I've tried to fade them the last 2 weeks, and I'm 0 for 4 picking against the Nationals. We had them. I took the red stack because they were going against Patrick Corbin, and Patrick Corbin showed up, of course, when we picked against him. And then I had them the Mets twice against the Nationals, and they lost both times. And the lesson here is we've talked about it before here on Schmidty's MLB picks. You cannot take minus 300 teams or worse odds. It's just the rules. I don't know what it is. That's the law this year. You cannot take a team that's minus 300 or worse on the odds because most likely you're going to lose. And what's odd about it is that it's against the Nationals every time. It's like, why are these teams getting such a high juice number when against the Nationals, but the Nationals continue to win? I think it's like the books are like, hey, here's our gift for today. We'll give you the Nationals plus 250, plus 300. There you go. So I don't know, but today we're looking solid. The Mets are like minus 225. So, thank God it's not minus 300. I feel comfortable taking the Mets here. Or what am I trying to say? The Cardinals here against the Nationals. Jose Quintana has actually been doing well. But in this one, I like the Cardinals to win outright. The run line is a little bit sketch because like I said, the Nationals have actually been playing great baseball here lately. Surprisingly, the worst team in the league. But we're getting a great spot here on the over 8. The Cardinals got shut out yesterday, but that is not going to happen here today. I like the Cardinals first 5 team total over 2.5 in this game as well. And if the Nats get up a few runs again, I could definitely see this being the Cardinals responding big time and winning this game like 6-2, 6-3 kind of game. So definitely like the Cardinals in a bounce back spot and the over at 8 in this game. And now we have the Cleveland Guardians at the Kansas City Royals. And my guy Shane Bieber is on the mound. You guys already know I took Shane Bieber's strikeout over 6.5. I think it's a lock every time, especially when it's at 6.5. That's a great steal. What's going on? I get money. Hey, we're getting money today, baby. Let's go. It's a WOZZATIVE day, Taco Tuesday. All right, let's grind. So this one, I love the Guardians. Today with Shane Bieber going against Bubic. Bubic is an absolute fade. Taking the Guardians. I like the Guardians -1. Maybe even sprinkle on their run line -1.5. I know I'm not sure everybody uses DraftKings, but on DraftKings, I love that -1. Just in case you save some of the money line juice, but you're saved if the team doesn't show up and cover for you. So I definitely like taking the Guardians -1 here today, and I'm all over Shane Bieber's strikeouts. Our next game, we have the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. And this one, I love Houston here today. Oh, what's up? Slickwell, my boy, what's happening? Yeah, I love going live and I can interact with you guys. But yeah, just to recap, if you're now joining, I mean, my favorite plays today: Mets Pirates over 8.5 and a Mets win. Marlins Phillies under 7, maybe buy up to 8 or 8. Take the Phillies to win. Blue Jays Orioles, I like the over 8.5 to win here today. Nats Cards over 8 with the Cards win. Um, I think Bubic is a fade. The Guardians need to win right now. They're in a race for this AL Central division. I like the Guardians to win today. I think the Bats, they slumped a bit against the Orioles and against Seattle, but I think that the Guardians should be able to beat up Bubic here today and get a good outing from their ace and Shane Bieber. So yeah, so we talked about Guardians to cover here today, and then now we're on the Astros and the Rangers. Now in this one, my guy Framber Valdez, you guys know I love Framber. I have him on my fantasy team. He's such a stud. He has a crazy record right now for quality starts. I think he's shattered the Houston franchise record here so far. And going up against Glenn Otto. Now, I think Glenn Otto is definitely a fade here today. We're looking at right-handed pitching, and the Astros are actually ninth in OPS against right-handed pitching this season, and they're at home. I just think Texas is a fade. Definitely going to rock with let's see. The Rangers are 0-5 in their last 5 road games. Houston has their number this year. Their Houston is 39-14 in the last 53 meetings, and then 37-15 in the last 52 meetings in Houston. This one, and then I'm leaning the over at 7.5. I think it's a good number for the over. But personally, I just love the Astros outright. Take them -1. I even like them on the run line. This is definitely a final play of the day. Framber Valdez to get a win. 6+ strikeouts for the boy. So maybe you can make something surgical out of that. Astros money line, Framber win, and 6+ Ks. However, you could stack it on your book, or just take all of them straight. Straight bets are the way to go, guys. I'll tell you that, because parlays have been burning me lately. I've had like 10 parlays in the last week where I missed by one leg, and it's like infuriating to say the least. But either way, yeah, definitely like the Astros team total over first 5 for sure. And I like the Cardinals to do at that today. So definitely dial that up for yourself. And then the Braves going up against Cole Irvin with Kyle Wright on the mound. I like the same thing with the Astros. I actually stacked it on my FanDuel. Hopefully it doesn't log me out because I want to show you guys. But yeah, active. Here we go. What is this doing? Yeah, so this is what I did on DraftKings today. I don't know if you guys can see that. Framber 6+, Houston money line, Kyle Wright 5+, Atlanta money line. Sneaky little guy. So this is probably my favorite play of the day if you have FanDuel for sure. So I'm riding with the Braves. I think the Braves cover easily today, but the run line is excessively juiced, unfortunately. So if you could stack it with Kyle Wright to get 5+ Ks. I also love my guy Michael Harris the second to get a hit for sure for the Braves. He's tearing it up. 1 hit in his last 22 out of 25, 2+ hits in his last 3 games. He's had 2 home runs in his last 4. And then who else crushes it? Yeah, that's fair, but I think the Braves are they got to roll today. I mean, they're hunting the Mets right now, and you look at left-handed pitching, Cole Irvin, he's destined to get smacked around. The Braves are second best in the league in OPS at 804 and batting 270 average, tied for first. So it could be one of those traps, but I don't think Cole Irvin stands a whole lot of a chance here today. But that's why I just took the Braves to get the win outright and Kyle Wright 5+ strikeouts. Yeah, exactly. I think the Braves are a definite play here today for sure. And then I was looking at the D-backs Padres now. The D-backs are red hot right now. They're 9-2 in their last 11. I love this team. You guys know I live in Phoenix. So I personally though we have Merrill Kelly and Mr. Musgrove on the mound here today for this game, and I'm liking the under 7. I know it's a low total, but Merrill Kelly has been a stud here lately. And then we know what Joe Musgrove can do. So personally, I really do like taking the under in this game. And I also like the D backs to keep it close. But the thing with that is that the D backs are awful in San Diego, but we saw them win 5-0 yesterday. This is a whole new D backs team right now. But I do like taking the under 7.5 in this game. And the D backs, I do like them to cover plus 1.5. You guys could give me your thoughts, but I love this D backs team right now. Um, Lane Thomas is hitter for the Nationals. Um, yeah, and then Joey Meneses for the Nationals is pretty good too. When the bad teams early get on hot streaks, my boy Dennis Holland, what is going on? We love you, Dennis. Yeah, I know the Nationals are crazy. That's why I'm saying tread lightly on the Cardinals here today. But I think they do got to respond one way or another, even if you just have their money line or the team total over 2.5. So let me just wrap up here. I don't want to keep rambling forever here on the live stream, but my next favorite gameplay, the Mariners and the White Sox going at it, and I am fading Cueto. I'm not a huge fan of Joey Cueto. I love Logan Gilbert. I love the Mariners to win today, getting a great value on the money line. Julio Rodriguez to get a hit. That's my boy. I love Julio. Um, yeah, the D-backs are just on fire. Gotta love the D-backs for sure. So I like the Mariners money line, and then I'm probably gonna stay away from the final game of the night, the Dodgers and the Giants. I mean, we're seeing the Dodgers just absolutely juiced. Again, they're getting we talked about it earlier in the video. Stay away from those minus 300 teams. It's a trap. It's not worth it at all. I know we think that the Dodgers are gonna win, they're gonna roll, but why even bother? You're taking the run line at minus 150 and you're getting the money line at minus 315. So the Giants are going with a bullpen day, and I love Tyler Anderson. Um, but that's just one of those where you live with it. You wait for the Dodgers to get a better value another day. And I mean, if you want to be my guest, I think it's one of those where you take Trey Turner to get a hit or Mookie Betts to get a hit or somebody's total bases in that game. There's plenty of better value to find, either maybe even Tyler Anderson strikeouts. So yeah, it's definitely the Dodgers are the bounce back kings for sure. If they lose, they're most likely going to win the next game. But like I said, it's just crazy juice. So yeah, it's up to you guys really. I mean, I have Dodgers run line and the over 8.5 in that game. So maybe the over 8.5 could be a solid value, possibly. But that's what I'm rocking with. I'm gonna put the final plays in the comments for you guys or in the pinned comments. So keep an eye. um, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Dennis, for reminding me. Whoever's in here, if you want to play fantasy football, we're having a Guy Boston fan league. We need 2 more people. I'm trying to have the draft tonight. I need 2 more people, so please sign up if you can. That would be huge. The link is in the all over the Discord, so join the Discord if you haven't already, and sign up for fantasy football. My top plays today, we're probably going to take the Blue Jays Orioles over 8.5. I'm taking the Astros along with Framber to get a win and his 6+ strikeouts, and then the Braves run line with Kyle Wright to get a win and his 5+ strikeouts. And then I love the Mariners money line here today. And then this one I can't take credit for it. This is from my guys NJC Locks and the Professor 305 on Twitter. They have a nice little hit parlay in Yandy Diaz and Stephen Kwan. And it's like minus 110. So maybe a little bankroll builder there today. I do really like that hit parlay. And the hot hitters today, if you go check out the Professor 305, he posts this awesome content every day. I love Stephen Kwan today. Hunter Renfrow, he went hitless yesterday. I think he's going to get at least a hit here today. So add that to your hit parlay. I like Alex Bregman here today. I know Kyle Tucker is a popular choice and Jose Altuve, but Alex Bregman is due for a good game. And then I talked about Michael Harris earlier. Luis Rengifo, he's on a tear for the Angels. Xander Bogaerts has been having a phenomenal stretch here the last few weeks. But yeah, I get money. I do like the Cardinals today. I think they have to bounce back. Yesterday was just a fluke, and we've seen like I said, don't take minus 300 teams, but the Cardinals are not minus 300. So I think we're in the clear. That super chin. What is going on? That's hilarious. Yeah, so I kind of just talked about my favorite plays. I see you're asking about the Angels. I don't trust the Angels today. Let me see. Who was it again on the mound? Oh, yeah. Mike Mayers, not a huge fan. Eduardo Rodriguez, if he gets run support, he's not terrible. So I'm not really sure. That's a game where I'm staying off. I think I get money. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Maybe take looking at guys to get a hit in that one, like Rengifo or Otani or Trout. Those guys tore it up last night. So I could see Rengifo easily getting a hit again, added to your hit parlay. Yeah, take it. I'm thinking I'm gonna build like a 4 or 5 hit parlay in the pinned comments, so keep an eye out on that. The only thing is, yesterday I put a $40 free bet on a hit parlay, and we needed Goldschmidt and Machado to get a hit. The other 3 guys got a hit, so that was just so sad. I don't know what's up with Paul Goldschmidt the last week or two. He seems to be really struggling. He either pops out or gets walked. I mean, I guess the walks aren't really his fault. So I would tread lightly taking Paul Goldschmidt right now. But I think Steven, my guy, what's happening? Yes, I like the Astros to win today and the Cardinals to win today. Um, I think I think if you are going to run a run line, probably the Cardinals, because I think they really should bounce back today. Um, Forever Young chiming in, Philly minus 1.5. I don't know. Jesus Luzardo is sneaky, but the Phillies do smack lefties around, and I think the Phillies should win today. I'm thinking the under, but maybe that's a tough play. But yeah, I think the Phillies do win for sure. And Steven, yeah, I know Taiwan Walker. I like him to get 5 strikeouts. It is weird. I mean, he just hasn't been crazy lately. Yeah, I think he had a phenomenal June or July, but then after that, he's kind of struggled a bit. He got rocked by the Braves, I remember, like a month ago, and he just hasn't been exactly as sharp as he was earlier. So that is not my favorite strikeout prop today. My favorite strikeout props here today. We talked about it in the Discord. If you haven't signed up for the Discord, please do so. Um, we talked about Kyle Wright. His line was low early, but it was juiced over 4.5 at minus 170. And then I'm taking Framber Valdez over 6.5 at plus money. That's what I dialed up. And then Merrill Kelly over 4.5 strikeouts. I like that as well. And then Bieber over 6.5 strikeouts. That's what I took. I don't mind taking a chance on Walker. We'll look at the strikeout numbers real quick for Pittsburgh, just so I can give you an idea. But let's see, Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh, I mean, they're one of the worst teams in the league in strikeout rate. It just depends on if Taijuan Walker's on. He's usually getting a lot of outs on contact here the last month or so. But it's definitely a possible shot here. Pittsburgh, 8.71 strikeout rate at home, and on the season, um, they are total, one of the worst teams in the league. So, hey, Steven, not a bad play, honestly. So, Yeah, let's get it. Yesterday was a weird day for sure. I thought the Padres were gonna win. I faded my D-backs, and that was a mistake. And then the Dodgers, they were off to a great start, and then they blew it as well. But today, big bounce back day. Keep an eye on the pinned comment. I'm gonna put all the final plays in there, and I'm probably gonna dial up a hit parlay for you guys. But yeah, if you can go back and check this out if you missed it. But I appreciate you guys. Follow me on my Twitter at the Ethan Schmidt. I'm going to post my final card on there as well. And then join the Discord. Lots of great community conversations going on in there. And then we also need 2 more people for fantasy football. Steven, we want you in the league. Sign up. We need 2 more people. Look at the Discord. I'll drop the link for the league in the comment today in case you can't get on the Discord. But love you guys. Appreciate it. Let's make some money. You know where to find me if you have any questions or need some help on your bets today. We'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. Peace out.